and they told me that, today I think
Today we can say that again.
we can just start.
Just
I
you and I.
think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then we gotta choose a Mandarin song then. Oh, I think you might be muted. I couldn't hear you. Say that again. Oh, I can't hear you. You can't get it. Nope, can't hear you.
All right.
There we go.
Perfect. Now I think you can hear me, right?
Yeah,
Very good.
yeah.
Excellent.
Okay.
All right. So, um, Mandarin song. I'm very excited because this is going to be the first time I just you know get so close to the method. Now, also well, using the Copycat Karaoke. So yeah, let's just do it.
Okay. So should we use that same song again?
At Theresa Tang.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. Why
Yeah.
not?
Okay. It's a good one for beginners. Let me just get it going first. Okay, let me find it on YouTube here. One second. Okay. All right. Usually, I get the students to control the rewinding, but for the sake of demonstration, we're just going to use the. I'm just going to share my screen, so I'm controlling the rewinding. Okay, it's
All
loading
right.
right now. Okay, it's going really slow. Okay, you should be able to see my YouTube here. Can you see, can you see my YouTube?
And no yet.
Not yet. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. This one has the English subtitle. Okay, let's not use this one. Uh, okay. That's a different version. No, where was the one that I was using? Hmm, what about this one? Okay. While it's loading, let's see if I could share screen. Right there. Share. Can you hear it?
Now I can hear it.
Okay, so there we go. All right. So but let's see if we can do two two lines. Our goal is for two lines, and after copying two lines up to about 60%, you share with us what how you feel, what is it that you what your experience would be. Okay.
All right.
Okay, let's go.
Niwen, Niwen Guafan.
Yes.
你问我分
Yes.
你有多深？
Oh, you okay?
你问我爱你有多深？我爱你有多深？我爱你有
Okay, not bad, eh?
情深，有情深，
That's good.
爱你有情
Well, you
深。
you you're doing better than I thought. Okay, try to sing without the music.
Um, I will try it. I will do my best. Let me see. Uh, 你问我爱你有多深，我爱 and that part I just
Okay.
I forgot it.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Actually,
The
your
first line. 你问我爱 uh-huh.
yes, the you actually your repetition is way less than most
Yes,
of my
yeah, I will
students.
try it again.
Okay, let's see if we can let's go back to my
Uh,
YouTube
Now
here.
I remember, Nick, that I think we've tried this one some few months ago,
Uh huh.
but we tried it over and over and over. I remember very
Well,
well
but you
that
know,
first line.
but you
So
see, you try that's the point. You tried it many months ago, but you still remember it. Isn't that the point?
I still remember it.
There you go. You see, that's the
Yes,
beauty of it,
yeah.
isn't it?
Actually, that is the point with language, right?
That's right. What other
Yes.
way have you experienced such that you remember these sort of things, right? Okay, I lost my
Honestly, I don't think there's another way. All right, or there's another example that comes up to my mind right now. But yes, yeah, you're
okay.
right. All
Yeah.
right, okay,
Okay. I'm trying to
I
get back
like
to
it.
my tab here. Okay, let me try to open it. I can't find my. Oh,
Okay, I think I'm ready for the second part.
Okay, let's try that. I found it again. Okay, let's start from the beginning again. Let's see if we can complete the second line, the part that you were a little bit unsure about. Okay.
When you I you to share, 我爱你有情分，我
Okay, that's good. That's good. Yes, let's try to.
我爱你有情分。
That's right. That's
I
right.
think so. Yeah.
All right, let's try one more time. Let's copy one.
我爱你有
What I want you to try is to don't be afraid and just spit it out.
uh-huh.
Don't hold back.
All right.
Even if it's wrong, spit it out.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll do my best. Okay.
Okay, let's do it. Let's go.
你问我爱你有多深，我爱你有情分。
That's right. You got it. Okay, sing without the music.
Mm-hmm. 你问我爱你有多深，我爱你有情分。
Perfect. Perfect. You hit the goal. You hit your goal.
All right.
So,
Yeah, I
well,
got a 60%. I hope.
oh, you got way over six. I'll tell you this much. In terms of the tones, they're perfect. But most people, when they are learning
Wow.
Mandarin, they would spend a whole lifetime still. They are struggling with it. Pretty much, I think that once you show them the chart whereby it says tone one, tone two, tone three, tone four, tone five, they would just pretty much give up.
Yes, after some few months, they'll say, "Oh, I cannot even recognize the difference between the first, second, third, and fourth, and the neutral."
Right.
And I think a worse situation happens where Cantonese, since it has, I think, six tones, right, or nine.
Well, I define tones should be defined through as musically, whereby when you
All right.
say, let's say Well, I is going from a high tone to a low tone, right?
Yeah, it's full tone, right?
Well, going
Mm-hmm.
from a high tone to a low tone in itself is not a new tone. So, for example, if you have do, re, mi, fa, so, do, re, mi, fa, so, do, so, do, these are still the tones so and do. Sliding from so to do
Yeah.
isn't a new tone. In under that definition, Mandarin has only got two tones. Cantonese has got four tones.
Okay. Oh, I see. All right.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Now,
Yeah, because
yeah.
okay.
So there you go. Your
Mhm.
tones are perfect. There is no need to for me to teach you any squiggly lines and numbers, right? But anyway, like I was saying, we want to. You tell us what your experience is.
Yeah, well, my experience is that I'm following the music only. Of course, I already have some background regarding the consonant sounds and Mandarin. So, for example, the ch sound or
Hmm.
ching.
Hmm.
But other than that, I think these very first two lines they were very straightforward. So, and I was just following the tone. I was just following the rhythm.
Yes.
So, following Teresa Tang, and yeah, it really makes sense.
What about in the sense that
I didn't do anything else. I just repeat it.
yeah.
Yeah,
What about in the sense of how?
I didn't do anything outstanding. Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, but yeah, totally. You're right.
Yeah.
Many people we find Mandarin very challenging because of many aspects, but in terms of phonetics and pronunciation, it's basically the tones that they become overwhelming.
Yes. But we took care of that right off the
Yes.
bat. Right off the bat, there's no need to show them
I'm
any
sorry, Nick.
any
I think I stopped listening to you for a second. If it's me, let me just try to do something here.
pardon.
Let's see. Can you please uh, do a sound check?
Sound check. Okay, sound check 1 2.
I think I'll stop using my. All right.
Yeah, your side seems to be lagging, at least from what my view. Well then, but then again, the signal is showing really your signal is good. I think you might be muted again. Hello, sound check, sound check. No, no sound.
Hello.
Yes, I can hear you now.
Hello, Nick. Can you hear
Yes,
me now?
yes, I can hear you now.
Very good. Well, excellent. Yeah. Okay. So, uh, right before so you would tell me something. Tell me.
Yeah, I
Say
was.
it again.
Yes, I was wondering how how you think this might be able to be applied in English. Like we're using a Mandarin song because we can't
Oh,
use an English
mhm.
song with you.
Yeah. Well, the answer is yes. Yeah, it can actually apply to any language. So, Russian, um, uh, even a native Mexican language. So I love to give it a try.
Yeah,
So, and yeah, totally.
yeah. In terms of my view about my views about learning English through copying songs is that a lot of the tones are also taken care of within the songs because to express emotions in English we use tones a lot. In Chinese languages the expressions the differentiation between the meaning is through the tone, but in English it, it is the emotions that is expressed through the tones, which in itself is harder because there's more emotions there than there are types of meanings.
Nick, I stop hearing you.
Oh, okay. So can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, good. So as I was saying, in terms of English, this works too, and it helps take care of the tones in English because tones in English it
Right.
it's express it's expressing the emotions. Tones in Mandarin or
Hmm.
Chinese languages is expressing the differentiation between the meanings of word. So therefore, tones in English in itself is harder that way because they're expressing emotions.
It, it- I think it depends on the perspective, right?
Yeah.
So, when you're talking about, for example, a song in a Chinese language, their Mandarin, Cantonese, or any other dialectical variation, or even in another language. Well, if you are using the tones to differentiate in between the words, plus the intonation for expressing emotions, well, that seems to be challenging, right? To
Yes.
double the challenge. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Actually, in the Chinese languages, we use words more at the end of the sentences to express emotions.
Oh, right.
怎么了?
Mm.
A lot of la,
Mm.
and especially in Cantonese,
Yes.
that in itself is a there are lots of theses written on that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Now it makes sense.
yeah,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Like, uh, mm, yeah, and and so on and so forth, right?
yes, yes.
Okay. 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 Well, so now as a second part of what uh, uh me as a student should uh, be, well, what I would do after I keep practicing with a song that I just get hooked with. And what would it be? So how can I move from this starting point, which is okay? So I get to know a song, and then I start practicing within a session with you at Copycat Karaoke or any of your specialists. And then what would come next?
Hmm. Well, once we have copied, our goal is to copy to up to 60%. Once we have copied that, then we start to analyze the lyrics, which in itself is the studying the grammar. So we can use this song as an example when she
All
sings
right.
你问我爱你有多深. For the beginners, they probably wouldn't know any of the words. Then I would try to explain to them. Uh, I would actually, in terms of using, in terms of Chinese, I would get them to start recognizing the words. So you see this in
All
the
right.
lyrics there. With Mandarin, I would use the lyrics. English, I don't, because these
Mm,
characters you want to start them early. However, with English, since they are both Romanized characters, the chances of you using it as a viewing them as a Spanish sound would be greater, right? So I'll start to help them recognize the character, and see 你问我爱. What do you think 你 is, right? I'll ask them questions like that. I, right? Yeah, but for you, you are actually you do speak some Mandarin, so I would test them. I would test you by asking you, which words do you understand, right?
all right. Yeah. Well, if it is the question, I think in the first line,
Yeah.
I I should have gotten everything. Like 我爱你有多深.
Mm-hmm.
It should be like you ask me why I love you so deeply.
Yes. How deeply do you love me? Yes. 你问我爱你有多深. You ask me, love you have how deep? Have how much deep?
Yeah, how much that, right?
有多深?
In terms of grammar, so
Mm-hmm.
多深,多深, in terms of grammar, so I don't see some particles that I haven't studied before.
Mm-hmm.
The sentence, I think it makes sense. So it's a question about how much someone loves the singer, Teresa
Yes.
and Will. So it is very suitable for the date when we are today, right? St.
Yeah.
Valentine. All right.
It's kind of weird. I'm spending it with you though.
Yes. Yeah. Well, at least I have someone, right?
Yeah. Now the next line. The
Okay.
next line.
But
Do you
yeah.
remember the next line?
mm, 哦 yeah.
你问我爱你有多深?
And then it says, 你有请饭.
我爱你有几份? Yeah, that's
Well,
it.
that thing should I don't quite remember the character. The
Hmm.
character, I'm sorry. So, but I think it said 请 like please, like asking for
Ah,
something in this
ah.
polite way,
Okay. So let's rewind a bit.
right?
Let's go for the beginning part. 我爱你is that's the easy part for you, right? What does that
Yes.
mean? What does that mean?
Why need? Oh, I love you.
Okay. 有. What is
有
有?
请饭有 it's to have.
Yeah. Okay. Now 几份? So what do you think would fit in there? I love you have. If you compare it, if you draw a parallel with the previous line, 你问我爱你有多深? How much deep or how many deep? 我爱你有几分 have blank. What should be in the blank?
It should be 多
Yeah.
probably.
It should be
我爱你多请
something.
饭.
Yes. 我爱你有几分? What could go? What would be a parallel to 多深 or how deep?
Probably, I don't know. I would go parallelly with a a quantifier in
Yes.
degree that
Yeah. Oh, there you
represents
go. You got
similar
it.
level.
You got it. So 几分 is how many degrees? 几 is how
All right,
many. So for example, we can say 几点, how many points, or that's how you ask what's the time. 现在几点?
all
What
right.
time is it now? Right? So 几
GD,
is how much or
GD.
how many.
All right,
Okay?
all right.
几分, so
So that would be
how many points or how many degrees?
all right. Defend. All right. So
几分.
what's up to what extent, right?
That's
Or
right.
something like that.
That's right. So it's a very beautiful song,
Okay.
right?
All
你
right.
问我爱你有多深, you ask me how deeply I love you. 我爱你有几分, my love to you is at what degree? Okay?
Yeah.
So
All right. All right.
in terms of the connection between the two lines, um, in Mandarin or Chinese languages, it's a lot more freer. Like proper English would say, what English would say, you would have to have you have a but how much, but how much do you love me, right? But in
All right.
Chinese in languages, you don't have so much restriction in terms of the connections between the two lines.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that gives like a good chance for the learner, for me to maybe interpret what I'm reading. And at some point, I would, for example, at the end of the session, I would like to tell my partner, all right, and, or I need, for example, right? Like it's something simple. I want to keep it like very close, very simple, but in a correct structure.
Hmm.
And then, so that would be probably the takeaway of that production part.
Yes.
Besides, of course, the great moment that I have all throughout the song, while just copying and finding culture and pronunciation and maybe some new words that I discover myself with your help, right?
Yes. Yes.
Then, uh-huh, yeah. Very good. Now, what about the like probably just heading up to something that I love to share with my students, which is once that you just start diving into the method, you will discover that languages is not only the responsibility of learning a language because you have it as a professional commitment, but it is also a way in which you discover yourself by you are finding new ways to express your ideas in other codes. So, what would be the takeaway? What I should tell my students? So,
Okay. Well, in terms of
mhm,
production, our processing of language should start from production. The reason why you were able to learn those two lines is not because I told you this and I told you that. I told you how Chinese is written, and Chinese grammar, or Chinese anything, or tones, especially tones. I told you nothing. I just told you to copy. That ability is innate. The ability to interpret meaning, it's also innate. And so therefore, like you said, I helped you to understand the meaning. I coaxed you into realizing what the meaning is, right? So I'm actually helping you to rekindle your natural ability to learn a language. However, when you go to a regular school, a traditional school, you are told to sit down and shut up and just use your eyes and write, 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 write. And at the end of what 10 years of free education, in the case of even a British colony like Hong Kong, most people, the average person, cannot give you directions in the street. So therefore, with my students, I do have a lot of students who are professionals. Actually, in fact, they are all professionals. And the first class with them, I would help them set a goal. Okay, 5 6 months from now, are you we're gonna be able to where do you want to be? You want to become the manager of your workplace, or you want to be the CEO, or what have you? How how would English, having better English, be able to help you get to that position, right? So I'm teaching people not grammar. I'm teaching people to perform better at their jobs. So, for example, my one of my students in Hong Kong, he used to work for Cathay Pacific. He was an IT junior IT support. So he was dealing with pilots all day, all night long. Actually, he was a night shift, and so I just gave him one tip. It wasn't even had anything to do with English. And based on that one tip, he was able to receive 50, over 50 recommendation letters. And therefore he had multiple promotions and raises. That's what I help my student to do, not to teach them, you know, how to understand English grammar better, or how to only to speak English better, because those are very, very undefinable goals, which, if you
Yeah.
go to a regular school, that's what you've been doing for the last 10 or 15 years, right? But if you receive a
Yeah.
raise, then I have an achievement, a doable, a reachable achievement that we have attained,
All
right?
right.
So that sort of attainment is what I go for.
Very good. Excellent. Sounds it definitely helps students to know that what the effort they're making is just to uh is just heading up to a concrete, intangible, and achievable goal, right?
Right.
And everything just depends on how much time and effort they put in it, right?
That's right.
On the other hand, Nick, I will also like to tell my students, you know what, right now, Copycat Karaoke is offering training. So there's based on this online modality, while using Jitsi, Zoom, or any other video conference platform, because they are very interested in it. So, how would they find you, and how would they come over you? So, and also some other professionals, not only students who are willing to learn the method, but also why not even some language trainers who will be willing to learn more about the method.
Sure. All you have to do is find me. I'm in Instagram under Copycat Karaoke, and you can
Hmm.
also find me through Ivan.
All right. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay, so Nick, I think I've taken note of a couple of things today. So, first of all, this natural ability to that we as humans have to communicate, it can be just transferred to all the codes. It doesn't matter how old we are, right? On the other hand, that is not an impediment. So that prevents us to learn from yeah prevents us from learning language. As a second takeaway, it will be that this method is reachable, and what you do in the sessions is you guide the students to keep doing the work while they are not in the session, because I will actually continue working with Teresa Tang, and I will try that the next time that we meet one each other is I will try to sing you some other parts of the song. Maybe I can get the chorus. That would be great.
Yes, yes, and I usually ask my students to practice about 10 minutes, but these are pop songs, so therefore
Right.
most of my students, well, pretty much all my students, they actually practice more than 10 minutes because it's so much fun, which is not found in any other methods, right? Now, when they are close to the end of the song or what have you, I have my supplemental material is to give you some facts about Teresa Tang. So, for example,
All
Teresa
right.
Tang actually died in Thailand, and there was a little girl, not so many years after she has died, emerged, and she's a Thai girl, but she sings exactly like Teresa Tang. So I will give these material to my students to watch, and and if they're in Mandarin, they are actually going they are going to be in Mandarin. That makes it very a further study, supplemental material, so that they have more exposure to the language.
All right. All right. Great. Yeah. Yeah. Totally. And from another perspective, which is, do you know what happened around the singer, the composer, the song, the historical context, like geographically or geopolitically. So I think it's quite interesting because in the end, it just feeds uh, different students' profile needs, right? So
Right.
I want to learn more about the country. I want to learn more about the culture. I
Yeah.
want to learn more about the singer.
Well,
All right, great.
Teresa Tang is perfect for that because they say that wherever there is Chinese people, there is Teresa Tang songs.
Hmm. All right. Okay. Well, so Nick, I think we got the end of the session. I think it
Okay,
would be good to keep it in here. But as a final thing, I already have the contact information, and as soon as you have the link where you upload the session, I will be
definitely.
very pleased to share with all my contacts, both in my social media and directly with my students. All right.
Yes.
So, and also with the teachers who work here at the Witty Coaching. So, other than that, I think that would be pretty much it.
Okay, then I shall see you later. I shall see you later. Bye for now.
All right. Bye for now. Thank you very much, Nick.
Thank you. Goodbye.